of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
Take me up! Let's fly! Take me up!
Hey Silent, how are you doing? This place, by the way, if you want to go for skirk, this place gives you enough flowers. Oh, I have. All right. I can get like. Oh, okay. I mean, I will get it later because usually when it comes to pyroculus, I mark the place on the map. Because yeah, they're super annoying. It's the only thing like when I use the maps, by the way. The map, like a Genshin Impact map. So yeah, if you need some flowers, I mean like for skirk, as you know guys, we already know the mats. So yeah, you need like these flowers. Like this one, 160. So yeah. Hey Pikmin, how are you doing? You farming? I mean like no, I'm not farming actually. I already like did all of the farms. Today I want to test Escoffier. You know why? I want to do a couple world bosses. Just like yeah, back then when I started streaming, like I liked to do like it's a yeah. By the way, the place is right here. So yeah, it's a like an island, small island. I used to use like Liam and yeah, Rocky, like this one and like yeah, it's a Liam, it's a Rocky, and that's Liam. Other than that, yeah, I will again do some spoiler base, you know, some tests, because actually I literally checked all of the teams possible, if I'm not mistaken, for Escoffier. Even yeah, let's try local legends like this one. Even like the like AFK team, you know, with Raiden, which is actually a good team, not gonna lie. I like that team a lot.
Take me up.
Which is, you know what? Let's try that team, which is Raiden, Furina, Escoffier, and
The campaign begins.
Emily. So yeah, something Raiden first. So yeah, something like that. Actually, good team.
There is no escape. Reconstitute. Illusion shattered.
So yeah, it's good. It's a good team if like enemies are freezable, you know. You literally do nothing. let's do this local legends. It's nice that you do lives too often. Oh, thank you very much, Pecan. Thank you very much. I tried like, yeah, it's like except Sundays, but yeah, like and if you want me to do some specific stuff, for example, you know, I know that many like players, they just don't like to do spy lobbies, you know. If you want me to do local legends or something like that, it's why not. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have so many content, end game content. It's like TCG is nice, it's boring as hell. It might be local legends and it's spy lobbies and Imaginarium City, but Imaginarium City, it's only when it's like, yeah, only like one run, you know. As soon as you finish it, like, you're done. But thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
Insolent. There is no escape.
Shower me with praise. Let the world collide.
Off to the freezer. Truth on the loose.
This will brighten up the place.
You need to kill them at the same time, you know that.
Shine down.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
A dash of frosting. The pinnacle of excellence.
A little ambiance.
There is no escape.
Let the world collide.
A little amuse-bouche. Show no fear. Illusion shattered.
Shower me with praise.
Oh, I lost someone.
There is no escape.
Russian floral. Time to shine.
Shine down. A dash of frost.
And I lost her again.
Extract. Strike a pose. Oh, let the world collide.
No, actually it's okay, like,
Illusion shattered.
yeah, you need to kill them like at the same time, so yeah, something like that. You get an achievement, etc, something like that, so it's possible. I like this team, to be honest, because... Hey Lucas, how are you doing? Hi Minji. You're doing good right now. Can you fight a local legend with 4 stars only? Oh, okay, no problem. I can actually, yes. But it's going to be specific 4 stars. No problem, I can do it. I don't know if he told you, but like I was pulling for in WuWa and lost Uncle Char now. Oh my god. So yeah, sad to hear that, Lucas. I like, yeah, I did WuWa stream like couple days ago. It was about like Kyakona. So yeah. Sorry to hear that. So yeah, Lucas, it's like, you know, don't tell me about Culture. Culture is my, you know, like, oh, he's terrible actually, to be honest. Hey Zora, how are you doing? Escoffier truly changed lives. Escoffier, actually, yes, that's true. Unfortunately, I use everything I have, so I don't have nothing left for Cartesia. No, about Cartesia, by the way, Lucas, you will be alright, because Cartesia is going to be within... It's a next patch, first phase, if I'm not mistaken. Second phase is going to be Lupa. So you will grab enough asteroids, by the way, because you can get out of this version. It's a full second phase and also first phase. Don't forget about that. I think you will be alright. And the fact that you lost your 50-50, next is guaranteed. Actually, you have a great chances to get Cartesia. So yeah, I wish you best of luck. By the way, I will go for Cartesia as well. that weapon you're using on Raiden, why are you using that? Why not as a catch? Oh, okay, let me explain why is that. About my Raiden is not DPS Raiden. It's like elemental mastery Raiden, and you do like, instead of doing let me show you. Instead of doing like DPS, you're doing hyper bloom stuff. It's like when Hydro meets Dendro, you create cores, then when Electro attacks, you do hyper bloom. It's actually a pretty powerful team. Let me show you. Don't worry, bro, like you will be, yeah, you definitely will get her. What weapon you have on him? Oh, on Emily I have that BP weapon, which is, let me show you. So yeah, it's like, it's R5 deathmatch. This one. It's R5, it gives enough crit rate, and because of that, so yeah, her ratio is actually pretty cool. But I also wanted to say, enjoy your streams and big thank you. Alex, what weapon you for Alexia? Have you built Gaming? He's quite critical. Yeah, that's true, Pikmin. That's true. You're right. But you know what's the problem with my Gaming? My Gaming is Constellation 1. Even though I use him time to time, he's level 81. As soon as you get all of the constellations, I will build him definitely. Because he's truly the great character. Yes, I still keep him like this, you know, with a weapon. Yeah, this weapon, and also he's on Mercy Hunter, so yeah, additional 36% of crit rate. But unfortunately, yes, without constellations, he's not so useful. I mean, like, you can use him, but you know, even constellation, I don't have constellation 2. Talents level is also like that, you know. I don't want to spend like a lot of mats now because of future characters, etc., something like that. But yeah, I definitely will, like, yeah, as soon as I get Constellation 6, which is actually crazy, you know, even second Constellation is good, you know, I will just like, yeah, I definitely will use him. Unfortunately for me, yes, he's... Imagine if Vortex get monetization and like silent gonna well, or extreme like nah. Hey Yoni, how are you doing? Oh well. I should probably build my Raiden. Oh, by the way, Pikmin, let me show you. Like the weapon you're using. Or by the way, like Minji asks the same question. So yeah, guys, let me show you the team. I did their video about that. So yeah, let me on the first half, which is this one, right? Let me use AFK team. It calls like AFKY, like await, like lazy team or AFK. It's up to you how you want to call it. So yeah, the team is going to be like that. It's going to be Raiden, it's going to be Furina, Escoffier, and Emily. I'm not going to use any, like, let me show you. Let me just show you. I use Hyperloom team too, but like my Raiden isn't built like so. Yeah, that actually means it's a great build. You know, it's actually cool. Let me show you.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sin. Your sacrifice.
At first, the fleet.
This'll brighten up the place.
I literally don't do anything. I just running and time to time use my special, like,
Let my magic begin.
Reconstitute.
Illusion shattered.
A little ambiance.
Savor the show in peace. Shine down.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine.
A little amusement.
Extract.
and you see the time clearing. This team is actually clearing faster than like some other 5-star characters, you know? So you literally do nothing. And by the way, I did the video about that. It's a cool team, you know? I used to use this team back then, but with Escoffier, this team is way more fun because Escoffier is a healer at the same time. She can freeze and work great with, has a great synergy with Furina, you know? And Emily is just insane because you can use Nahida, but Nahida, the problem with Nahida, like, every new wave you need to reapply Nahida's mark. So yeah, skill. And in case of Furina, like Emily though, you just like use that skill again. Hey MZ, how are you doing? Yes, I can. Just send me your... Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I know you're like... Yeah, that's true, and like Minji. I can show you the builds, by the way. The most, like, let's say like that. Furina is Furina. So yeah. It's like usually built, nothing special. Escoffier is just Escoffier. Yes, you can actually use this weapon. You can switch to Favonius. It's up to you. It will be the same damage, by the way. Not so much difference. You know why? Because in this team, you don't use for... Let's say like that. It's not going to be like huge difference. If you want me... Oh my... I am having partial day today. Thank you very much, Silent. So yeah, like you can use like only Emily has this weapon, but you know, like if it comes to weapons, you actually can use this one as well on Emily. So yeah, she needs crit rate a little bit. It's not so important. You know why? Because the main damage it comes from like Raiden. Why? Because she is a hyper bloom. I use like this set, Flower of Paradise Lost, which gives me enough elemental mastery, and at the same time, if you check the 4-piece and 2-piece stuff, you see like the equipment characters bloom, hyper bloom, burgeon, reaction, damage increase by 40%, and also like additionally, after the equipment characters triggers this reaction, you get additional damage. So yeah, it's actually the best one for blooming. What did I... Hey Dreamers, how are you doing? Oh, just a second, let me check. So yeah, like it's a great team. If you want me to, I can place the team like into my profile. Like here, just a second. It's Raiden. It's going to be Furina and Emily. So yeah, you can check the like, oh, by the way, constellation doesn't matter at all. So yeah, like it might be constellation 6, but you don't use her as a DPS. And by the way, you can, if you have all of these characters, if you don't have Emily, you can use Nahida. Nahida will do the same. And actually, if you ask me, Nahida might be better. You know why? And by the way, so yeah, you can use Nahida. Let me show you with let me check MZ's. Just a second. MZ asked me to check his build. That was a Escoffier, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's check. Nice, nice. You can get a little bit more. Oh, base attack, but you know why? She needs base attack. I wouldn't suggest you to keep that weapon at level 80. You can keep character at level 80, but weapon I would say must be leveled up, because you know why? The difference between 80 and 90, it's about like 80 for attack, which is actually pretty massive, I would say. And also you will get more energy recharge. Nice, nice, nice. Actually, it's good. I would suggest you maybe to, if possible, a little bit decrease this crit damage and increase crit rate. But again, it's okay. You know why? She's off field. If you're comfortable with energy recharge, because you know, like I noticed that 170, 165 is like kind of like more with more for more comfortable play. If you're comfortable with 156, then keep it. And about the, like, yeah, this attack, that's true. This one is cryo. You can use cryo, by the way. You can use attack, because you know why? I would say attack is better for her, if you ask me. It might be slightly less damage, but it's more healing, you know? The point is, like, maybe with... so yeah, that's why, for example, I personally prefer to use attack. Because in this case, you can easily get enough farm for stacks. Hey Oski, how are you doing? I did. Oh, congrats, Oski. If I'm not mistaken, I placed the team you told me about on on my channel. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you can check it. I'm finishing my finals on 7th June and summer holiday final. Yes, finally. I didn't level her dynasty 90 yet. I think level her. I have. Oh no, it's not about that. I mean weapon 90. Weapon should be 90 if you ask me. You know why? Because it gives you more base attack and more energy recharge. That's why. And congrats, Oski. Congrats with that. Because you know what? Actually, 2.1. Let's say that. I recently tested a lot of teams on 2.5. If to 12.1. If you have Escoffier, actually it's easy. It's not so difficult. I mean this one. But again, congrats with that. It's actually yes. It's let's say that. Among all of these chambers, first one is the most difficult one, I would say. So yeah. When it comes to this enemy. Actually, using, especially this one, using Bennett and Shanling is more than enough. You don't need any other characters to destroy the shield. I can show you, by the way. Okay, let me at the same time test Nahida instead of... By the way, you can do what? You can use Nahida. Since you use Escoffier, you can use Nahida with TDDS. In this case, to increase, I mean this one, you know? Just a second. You can use Nahida with this weapon and switch to Escoffier after Nahida. In this case, you can give Escoffier additional attack, which increase her healing abilities. Second team, let's go this duo, just for test purpose. I did upgrade her Mavuika's normal attack just by 1 and it worked. Oh yeah, by 1 attack, normal attacks. Oh, I see. Okay, I have her at 2 piece. She's do fine. Alright, so yeah, let's just do it.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
Can I use Ayaka instead of Escoffier? Ayaka instead of Escoffier? Unfortunately, no. You know why? You know why Escoffier is so great? Escoffier is a healer and she enables Furina. So because of that, Ayaka, let's say that. Technically, you can use Ayaka, but you might be low on HP, you know? That's why you can use, let's say, maybe Yao Yao, Raiden, yeah, but you know what's the problem with Ayaka? In this case, actually using even Rosa might be better instead of I would say Ayaka. You know why is that? Because Ayaka is a little bit difficult to use. You can do actually charge attacks, normal attacks. You need consistent Hydro. In this case, I would say Rosa can do better. You know. Let me try with Nahida.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
You need to wait a little bit. You see, too much.
A dash of frosting. The pinnacle of excellence. Shine down.
Pound it to the ground.
There is no escape. Let the world collide! A little amuse bouche. A burst of flavor.
Savor the show.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Did I scare you? How would you consider it?
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Off to the freezer. Pinnacle of excellence.
I see everything!
Shine down.
Yoo-hoo!
So yeah, it's still like okay damage. Hey Ali, how are you doing? Okay. I don't know if I have enough getting skirk, but about her weapon, it's even worse getting close to Emily weapon. About that, Oski, you know, like what? A couple streams, like yesterday, on yesterday's streams, I a little bit like, yeah, I have a little bit concern about skirk, you know? Even though she looks pretty cool, like, we'll see. I wish you best of luck anyway, but I would suggest you to wait a little bit. About her weapon, I would say, yeah, that weapon is extremely broken. And it's like, you know, like, they just made that weapon... You know, like, just imagine the weapon with the highest base attack, which gives you 22% crit rate, 40% crit damage, and also on top of that gives you some attack buff. That's a crazy weapon. Maybe one of the best weapons in the game, but the point is, one of the best swords in the game. The point is, yeah, you cannot completely use that sword on other characters. It's mostly for skirk. And without that sword, she might be not so powerful. That's true. That is actually true. I try. Escoffier with Yelan, Furina, what? No, like, you know, like yesterday on the stream I tried Shinchu. Try Shinchu, Dreamers. Like, Shinchu is actually better. What? Ascension? What? I didn't get that splash. How are you doing? Alright, so yeah, let me do like Oski, just let me show you like as the Shanling.
Let's light it up.
I messed up a little bit.
I'm going in.
Shanling and like so yeah, the point is, if you notice that Shanling and like Shanling and Bennett is enough to destroy the shield. Unfortunately, to destroy other shells, void shells, Shanling and Bennett not enough, you know. So you need other characters. But yeah, about this lava, since you were talking about like that lava boss, you know, Shanling and Bennett is enough to destroy that shield. What's her level as Ascension? Crit damage? Oh yeah, you mean like Skirk, it's crit damage. She gives you, Skirk gives you additional 38.4 crit damage. Okay, so yeah, like you asked me to use like only 4 stars against like local legends, right? I'm going to use like this 4 stars since like they are maybe the best 4 star, like this one or either like. Yeah, let's go maybe Sucrose. We can go Cooking, but yeah, Sucrose in this case might be better.
For justice.
So yeah, it's going to work something like this. Yeah. Let's give it a try. It's 2 OP too. So yeah, by the way, I will try Yelan. If you want me to, guys, I can try Yelan and I can try Shinchu. Shinchu in this case slightly better. You know why? I don't know why, to be honest, why Shinchu better than Yelan, even though Yelan must be like crazy as hell. Let's try this boss, which is like extremely, like, he's not extremely difficult, he's annoying as hell. Let's give it a try. I definitely will fail first time. Like now. I haven't fought him like for a long time. This one is Liam. Boy, that was like... I remember like I tested... Oh yeah, I can go like not Sucrose. I can go like Rosa. I forgot about that. I will go Rosa. Sucrose is good, but... What's his... So yeah, let's go Rosa. because we need some energy.
Sooner we're done, the better.
And yes, it's going to be like that. About Escoffier, guys, by the way, like, the topic of the stream is like, yeah, definitely Escoffier changed the meta. You know why is that? Because...
Let's do this thing!
Let's light it up! Couldn't break.
So yeah, like, I
I'm
just
too
like,
hot.
yeah, too hot to handle. Yes, I know. Just a second, let me do it again. He can one-shot me. That's true. He can one-shot everyone. And unfortunately, I lost my energy. Yeah, let's get some energy. Just a second. Oh my god. Also this one actually also pretty like... Oh damn, and yeah, like that. He's just crazy. Just a second, let me get some energy. Also Vivian is also pretty powerful. Fun to play.
Goba, get them!
Let's light it up!
Alright, I'm ready to die. Oh, I'm ready to go. Okay, let's go. Another one Escoffier is 2 OP, man. Yeah, I know that. Like, MZ, I several times told, like, yeah, that's true. You're right. Because you know why? Let's say like that. If, guys, if you want to go for any constellations, even skirk constellation, I would suggest you to go for Escoffier constellation rather than any upcoming cryo characters. Ayaka, skip it. Escoffier, skirk, skip it. No need to go for that constellation. Go for Escoffier constellation because it's crazy as hell. It gives you, like, let's say like that. Escoffier constellation is better than skirk constellation 1. Escoffier constellation 1 is better than skirk constellation.
Let's do this thing!
Everybody stand back!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Eat!
Time to act. I am outplayed.
Oh my god, come on.
I'm too hot to handle!
Punishment! Maybe this is just base
I'm too hot to handle!
I didn't fight him for a long time, so yeah, let me get used to him. By the way, Vortex, can you check my xilonen? But yes, of course I can, like silent. Sure, just a second. Yes, I can, like, if you place her, like, yeah, I can. Most likely she is DPS. So yeah, let me try one more time, like... That boss is actually, yes, one shot, can one shot you. Let me get some energy again. About mavuika, yes, Ali, I actually agree with you. I mean, like, if you ask me, let's say like that, guys. If you don't have mavuika and you don't know which character to go, mavuika or skirk, go for mavuika. Mavuika is like not slightly, but way
Nice
better.
and spicy!
No, my sword! Let's light it up!
Okay, I'm ready to die again. Oh, she's on Akasha. Ah, okay, no problem. She's on Akasha, okay. Carlotta, Queen Ali, like, definitely get if you have. My opinion, most fun DPS playing in WuWa. Carlotta, I don't know, like, I actually, like, personally, you know, like, I compare Carlotta with Eula in Genshin Impact, if you ask me. I don't know why. I mean, she's powerful, but her gameplay is kind of mechanic, it looks like a Eula, you know? In Akasha. In Akasha, I need to get you, just a second, guys. Oh yeah, I see her now. So yeah, give me a second, guys. Let me switch the window real quick. Let's check Akasha. Let's check xilonen, silent xilonen. So yeah, Constellation 6 with like signature weapon. Upstream Codex. Actually, yes. You know why? Because at Constellation 6 she is a great DPS character. And she has crazy amount of defense. You don't need so much if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, weapon gives you some. Energy recharge 100 for real. I mean, yes, maybe you don't need that. You know? But yeah, most likely you play as a DPS, that's why. Because, as you know guys, with Constellation 1, she gets enhanced duration of that phlogiston bar. It's enhanced a little bit, by 30% actually, it's not a little bit. And pieces as, like, to be honest, not gonna lie, they're like pretty good. And you get ratio plus 40% out of that set. Nice, nice. Congrats with it. Actually, it's a great build. I don't know, like, you know, like, I know that at Constellation 6, she's a great DPS character, and a buffer and debuffer, like, all in one, you know? Just crazy as hell. Hey, Sino, how are you doing? Rohit is here as well. Oh, Griffiths. Oh, hey, Griffiths, how are you doing? Okay, guys, so yeah, let me switch back. So yeah, like Silent, actually your build is crazy as hell, not gonna lie. I mean, like, well balanced with a good amount of crit rate, crit damage. Unfortunately, you don't have energy recharge. I don't know why that. Most likely you don't use her with mavuika, or if you use, you know why? Because she needs some energy recharge, you know? She needs about, let's say like that, for if you have Constellation 1, you need about like closer to 100. In this case, you have no energy recharge whatsoever. First time I see something like that, you know, any artifacts without energy recharge. But again, if you're comfortable, why not? You can use it. At least you have ton amount of defense. Okay, let me try it again one more time, and that's it. I will skip because you know why? I don't wanna just like would be nice. I remember which characters I use against him. I don't remember because you know why? He can do overloaded on you. He can throw like pyro bottles, and at the same time he can throw like electro bottles. And you know, like with that combination, he can kill you like in no time. If I want healing, I just use her skill. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. Okay, you're cheating then, right? Just a second, let me check that. That's it. That's cheating, actually. For real, she just can, by using skill, she can heal. That's crazy, actually. Most likely it's Clone deals increase normal and plunge attack. She heals nearby party members by 1 penny. Every 2 points she can gain. Okay, I see now. So yeah, nice soul blessing. And nice soul blessing she gets when she uses her skill. That's true. Damn, bro, like she's crazy at Constellation 6. I didn't know that. Are you getting the most goated animo character? Hope you won that about it. Okay, I hope I didn't miss any chat, guy. So Escoffier is meta because we have great hydros up there. Escoffier, like, you know, like Griffiths, if you ask me, Escoffier is meta because she is just insanely crazy, just extremely powerful, and she actually made literally all hydro and cryo characters extremely powerful. So yeah, that's true. And she's a healer at the same time, so she can enable Furina, you know, like just crazy, you know, like the only thing you can use on her, instead of that golden troop, which I want to try today, you can use Cinder City.
Let's do this thing!
You can't run!
You're toast!
Dog.
I'm too hot to handle!
Ray outlines your judgment! Lights out! adventures. Yeah. I'm going in. Yeah.
At least no more.
I'm too hot to handle.
Okay, okay. Like, that was. Okay. That was. What's a good 4-star to build from these three? Chevreuse, Kachina, and Kirara. Chevreuse at first place, like if you ask me, Pikmin, you know why? Chevreuse is depends on your constellations, but even if you have constellation 0, you can build her. I would suggest Chevreuse. If you have constellation 6, Kirara, and after that Kachina. Kachina is not so, let's say like that. You need Kachina only if you don't have xilonen, because Kachina can use that Cinder City easily and help you like use that for get 40% elemental damage bonus, you know, easily. She is Geo. But Chevreuse, after that Kirara at constellation 0 is broken as hell. At constellation 6, my bad. At constellation 0 I would say she is also not bad, but again, keep that in mind, like constellation 6 is better. Chevreuse definitely built. Escoffier is meta cause like on her rest decrease and like, by the way, it's not only like that about rest shredding. You know why, guys? It's not like that because actually you can use Escoffier even without that rest shredding. Oh yeah, let me try, like, yeah, I failed with that Liam. I will do throughout the stream, but let me show you like this thing. I tried this still a couple times, so yeah. On the first half, let's try like this thing. It's going to be Arlecchino, it's going to be citlali, Escoffier, and let's go like, I can go like, let's go Albedo. Yeah, I can use Dia, but let's go Albedo this time. So yeah, rotation is going to be like that. You first use Arlecchino, then you use Albedo, then you use Escoffier, then citlali, then switch to, because like she is TDDs and etc, something like that. I'm going to do only first half. So yeah, let me show you. But the point is, the point is, you don't need like only Hydra and Cryo. That's why Escoffier is so great. For example, we on Skirk teams, you need only Hydra and Cryo to do some damage, because without Hydra and Cryo, damage actually bad, really bad. But Escoffier extremely flexible. You still can use this team, and since she has her own of field damage, you will be alright. And by the way, you can use Cinder City on her. It's also not a bad option. Yes, not for this team, but yeah. Well, stop suffering yourself, bro. Fight Natlan local legend. Natlan local. You know, I will try this one like later, maybe off stream. Skirk will be like really trash, can clear abyss. No, about like being trash or not. Like guys, let me just like be a little bit clear about Skirk. Skirk is actually not going to be so trash in Spile Abyss, because if I'm not mistaken, according to the data we have at the moment, she made for Abyss, and she is going to be pretty useful in Spile Abyss. Especially when it comes to maybe old one, this one. About new one, she might suffer, you know why? Because she needs to get that energy, like Void Rift. But when you fight against single enemy, it might take some time, about 5 seconds. So she's going to be like Arlecchino. When Constellation 0, you mark the enemy, wait 5 seconds to cook, and after that, grab that mark, you know? Death blood or something like that. So yeah, why is that? Because she can create only one void rifts by doing frozen reaction, superconduct reaction, etc, something like that. If there's only one single enemy, and she can create one void rift every 2.5 seconds near the enemy. Since only one enemy, as you know, like New Spile Abyss is going to be only one world bosses. So you cannot create more than, so you can create one, then wait 2.5 seconds, create another one, wait 2.5 seconds and create third one. At the same time, you can create on a field, or like you can get 3. You can absorb 3. You can absorb more than that because her subtleties limitation is 100. For real, sign like, come on, especially WUWA making. Yeah, they like the vortex like needs to prove or pro. No, like Pikmin, I'm not going to be actually like just trying that more. Like throughout the stream, I will try that Liam again. I didn't fight him like for a long time. I didn't fight him for a long time. So yeah, I will try it. So yeah, about this team.
Your journey ends here, Lord of
Adaptive frosting!
Your
Show no
sacrifice
mercy.
is ready.
You two.
Transfix! Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Off to the freezer. Get to work. Citlali, Steve Papa.
Laid bare!
So yeah, I messed up a little bit because yeah, you need to kill us. But you see, like she is actually like, oh, you can actually clear it like within 40 seconds easily. I mean, the point is you don't need like to use Escoffier only within Hydra and Cryo. You will be completely okay. And yeah, by the way, let me show you another team. Vortex, have you seen the one person who clears floor? Oh yeah, about that. You can do that. I mean, like, yes, I saw like couple rounds with 4 stars only. But you know what the point is? The point is, that person uses Gaming Constellation 6, which I don't have, or Chevreuse Constellation 6, which I don't have. I would like to try it. If I'm not mistaken, first team was like this. I can clear it with that team. It was like Shinchu, Sucrose, and Yao Yao. And by the way, I did the run, like, but not with Yao Yao, with Nahida. This one and second one was like with Gaming, with like male team, if I'm not mistaken, or like Chevreuse overloaded team. So yeah, it's possible. Unfortunately for me, it's not, because yeah, you need Constellation 6 Chevreuse to do that. She actually extremely broken at Constellation 6. This one is just like so great, you know. It gives you up to 60% more damage for your Electro and Pyro characters. Or Gaming Constellations. But yeah, I saw the runs. It's actually crazy. I suppose Skirk will not be able to clear Abyss without Escoffier. About that, Ali, I would say no. You know why? Let's say like that. You still can use it, even if you don't have Escoffier, you still can use Furina. The damage difference between Furina as a Escoffier on a team, it's not so huge. Let's say Ganyu is Escoffier, is Skirk, right? And Chichi is, and yeah. So the point is, if you can use both, it's a way, like most best scenario if you use like both of them. But if you don't have a Escoffier, you still can use like Furina. And with Furina, unfortunately, you need to use one healer. And we have like Diona, we have Mika. I don't have Mika. And we have Charlotte. So yeah, you need to use one of them. I would maybe suggest you to use Charlotte, because Charlotte is actually crazy for Furina, especially, and she's cryo, you know. Last slot, it's up to you. You can use Shenhei if you have. You can use Shinchu. You can use Yelan. Yelan, I would say it's the best. You know why? Because of energy. So yeah, the team is going to be like this. If you don't have Escoffier, if you have Escoffier though, so yeah, like it's way better team and damage, definitely. But Ali, like even without Escoffier, you still can do. But you need at least Furina, you know, because as I know, guys, like we have like at least or like who own the characters. And Furina, by the way, is the most owned characters in Genshin Impact. It's about 95% plus, something like that. It literally all of the Genshin players, like 95% of Genshin players, they have Furina, you know? I saw one person like who used solo Newlet, another side kinich bandit. Oh yeah, it's possible. About that, yeah, it's possible. Using like kinich and bandit, yes, it's possible. Because you know why? Kinich is crazy, and you see that elemental skill Dendro damage. So yeah, with a 5-star weapon, actually, like I can give it a try if you want me to. It's possible to do. It's actually easy to do. It's not so difficult. Kinich is extremely like powerful on the second half. Let's agree Skirk without like will be weaker than Ayaka. About that MZ, I wouldn't say that. She definitely will not weaker than Ayaka. You know why is that? Because Ayaka plays out of burst mostly. And the problem is, even though like New Spell Abyss is going to be about like big bosses, and yeah, you definitely cannot miss, Skirk plays out of normal attacks. And it's way more convenient, you know? Way. Yes, another problem with Skirk, like when she gets infusion and you swap out, she loses infusion. With Ayaka, you can actually do like that dash, like, you know, like signature, Ayaka's signature dash, and you get infusion again. So yeah, like there's some like, yeah, maybe like slightly problems, but in general, I would say Skirk is still like, will be better. But Albedo is really good, like when you imagine. I use them. Yes, about Albedo, that's true. You know why? Albedo is great. I don't know why is that. The Albedo is also extremely great with Newlet. I just like, I used him a lot with Newlet, and he's just crazy. I don't know why is that, to be honest. Yes, I know that he attacks like he has that skill which lasts for 30 seconds, by the way, and cooldown 4 seconds only. And it gives you ton amount of damage. It's like 227% out of defense. You mostly build him with a defense, you know? And because of that, damage is pretty cool. That's additional 20k damage every 2 seconds. I finally got a good Signari build. Oh, congrats. It's perfect. Congrats, Silent. Congrats. Alekina can be on field 24, unlike Mavuika. Oh yes, like you know, like that's a point. It's like, you know what, you cannot. Let's say like that. If you compare Ayaka with Skirk, I would say it's not correct. It's like comparing like Mavuika with Arlecchino, because even though they are not the same when it comes to damage, in some cases Arlecchino is better. Let's say if you want to play overloaded, right? Arlecchino is slightly better than Mavuika, even though you can use Mavuika. When it comes to melt, you still, like now with the Escoffier, actually Arlecchino gets a huge, great upgrade with that Escoffier, you know? Because back then, you used to use citlali. Unfortunately, citlali, even though she has great synergy with Mavuika, she doesn't have great synergy with Arlecchino. So you need to wait a little bit or do some like other like charge attack cancellation, you know? So yeah, like kind of like tricky a little bit. Vortex, what do you think, like as per full value, who is better, Escoffier or citlali? Oh, about that, Escoffier and citlali. That's actually a crazy question. In my opinion, citlali is better. You know why? Because citlali is, yes, she maybe cannot enable Furina. That's true. But at the same time, citlali gives you reshredding for Pyro and Hydra. Citlali can be used in so many different like team comps. Let's say like even though you can use Escoffier as well, Escoffier is a little bit limited. Let's be honest. To fully benefit from Escoffier, you need only Hydra and Cryo. Citlali though, she also can hold Cinder City. She can use TDDS. So let's say like that. When it comes to buff, I don't want to say Citlali and Escoffier is the same, but they're close to each other. But because of Melt, I put Citlali higher than Escoffier. Because Melt is actually like crazy damage. And especially, you know, like she is a best teammate for so many characters. She also like good for Newlet as well, you know. So you still can use Newlet best team with Citlali. and you will be alright. Arcane is still used in the like this mavuika is just different, like yeah, you like yeah, comparing like that's why like if you want to compare Skirk and Ayaka, it's I would say yes, you can compare Skirk and Ayaka, but you know like game type play style is a little bit different, you know, it's not the same, you know. Let's say Ayaka plays out of like charged burst, you know, with like charge and normal attacks involved, you know. Her best teammate is Shenhe. For Skirk, actually, you can nice say that. You can say that her best teammates is Escoffier and Furina, and the first, like, last one is Yelan. It's not Shenhe. You know why? What's the problem with Skirk and Shenhe? The problem is Skirk cannot create enough particle, but you need some particle for your teammates, you know. So if you want to play her, you need at least like 2 maybe characters with Favonius, and Yelan is a great option, just insanely great option, because she actually a good battery on your team. Because citlali is just a god. Citlali is just a god. Yes, I would say maybe yes. Citlali is just like, yeah, for real, like she's crazy. I like Citlali. Like I would say Citlali is slightly better than Escoffier, and she has more like teams to use, team comps to use, you know. She can reshred Pyro, she can reshred Hydro. She has a great shield. She has a great, like, actually her shield is actually crazy. So yeah, like a lot of options. Cinder City, TDTS, actually it makes, you know why? When it comes to TDTS, it's actually a great upgrade for like, even for Citlali, for Escoffier, for Arlecchino, for Mavuika, for literally all of the characters. For Gaming, she enables everything. I think I'm gonna skip Skirk, have Diana and Escoffier, and have Pull for Mavuika. About that, Griffiths, if you ask me, I would say Mavuika is better than Skirk. You know why is that? I mean, like, let me show you one team. So yeah, let me go like this team without Citlali. I don't know if you have Citlali. If your Griffiths has Furina, you can go like this team. It's going to be like Shinchu, Furina, Escoffier. If you have Escoffier, if you have all of these characters, Shinchu and Rosa. And by the way, I have a video with this team. I did like this Pylabis with this team. Already 50-50. I will have like a restriction to interruption, resistant to skirk. Have like, come on, Dreamers, like yeah, of course she has, but that resistance to interruption like makes literally like let's say like that. She has the highest, looks like according to the leaks, according to the data we have, she has like her tap and hold has slightly different like resistance to interruptions. Tap gives you 1 coefficient 1 if I'm not mistaken, or 1.5. When you hold, it's like 2.0. It's still great because you know why? Shinchu gives you 3.0. So yeah, only 3. And coefficients like it's going 0.3, my bad, 0.1, 0.2, like something like that, and 0.3. And coefficients going like resistant to interruption is going like lower is better. You know, 1 means no resistant to interruption, 0 means like full resistant to interruption, you know.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette,
what
I'd
do you
be
think
happy to
of
teach
giving
you.
scroll instead of noblesse on Shenhe? I think it's better. By the way, Rat, I was thinking about that. I think scroll is better. You mean Cinder City? I think Cinder City is better, and you know why? If you're going to use Ayaka, it's better to use scroll rather than attack, because it lasts for longer, like for 15 seconds, right? Yes, it's only 12%, but it's like team-wide. At the same time, you can stack it. I mean, not the same set, but different sets can be stacked. But when it comes to Noblesse, you cannot stack it, if I'm not mistaken. Like, even with different sets. This attack, let me check it real quick. So I would say Cinder City is better. And by the way, let me show you my Rosa build, guys. Just like, mostly people use Rosa with Noblesse. I use Rosa with Cinder City. Even though... Oh my... If I'm not mistaken, it's my friend. Like, I will do like Spile Abyss anyway. So yeah, she will not. Yeah, today I did like, yeah, it's my friend. So yeah, like, let me show you. Why is that? Because even though you cannot stack this one with the same set, when it comes to Noblesse, the problem with Noblesse, you definitely will need to use that burst.
Have a job to do?
You know? And if you're low on energy, you cannot activate that. But with Shenhe, if I'm not mistaken, Rat, with Shenhe you need to do one skill, then switch, then do something, then skill and burst like that. Rotation is going to be like that. If you want to use double skill, then using Cinder City is way more beneficial because you can activate that immediately, you know? Because it says when, like after the equipping characters triggers a reaction related to the elemental type. You know, it means by using skill you can like trigger a reaction, so you get buff immediately. But if you use Noblesse, you need to use her burst, you know. Okay, let me check away. If Columbina get like the banner, she cooked skirk. Yeah, she definitely will cook skirk, by the way. That's a problem. Not only Columbina. You know why? Because looks like we are going to get not one, but maybe a couple cryo characters. And again, like my concern about skirk, it's like they release skirk at the end of the main patch. I mean like major patch, which is like 5.x, you know? And that's a problem. Because usually when someone releases, like, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, usually version from version, we get some power creep, you know? It's like normal. It was happened with when we switched to Sumeru, it happened when we switched to Fontaine, it happened when we switched to Natlan, and it definitely will happen when we switch to next not Cry, you know? So yeah, we will get like more powerful characters. And it means it's like possible that Skirk might be like kind of like nerfed immediately. You know what I mean? Like by getting new characters. Yeah, she still will be valuable and like playable, no matter like because Escoffier exists. But again, might be like, yeah. Let's say like that. With Skirk it's the same. If you have Ayaka or Risley, I would maybe suggest you to like maybe like wait a little bit and see if her damage is going to be crazy as hell. Then if you want her, go for her. If it's going to be like even like close to Ayaka, then I would say yes, it's make no sense to go for her. Again, she definitely will be best cryo DPS. No, like it's like, you know, like it's like Varesa with chlorine, you know, it's the same. Need a weapon and mavuika, don't I think? With Noblesse on Shenhe there's more healing from Effie. That's true, Rat, but you know what's the point is? I would maybe say that's true. But the point is, in my opinion, yes, it's more healing. I would suggest you to go for, since you need not more, let's say like if you were going to use sand and cryo goblet. Oh yeah, I forgot, like when you're in co-op you cannot like silence these voices. Maybe like that. So yeah, if you like, I would suggest you to use sand and cryo and attack goblet on. No,
boring.
you cannot.
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Yeah, co-op is co-op. If you ask me, I still would suggest you to go for Cinder City. It's way more versatile. It's flexible because you don't need to use that burst. You don't need energy at all. You just need to trigger reaction, and Shenhe can do that, you know. You need to check that, you know. I don't know what to say. Like in my opinion, it's better option. And you know what? I will try to use that Cinder City on Escoffier. Let's say like that. If you don't have citlali and you want to use let's say if you want to go for Skirk, you don't have citlali, you don't have Shenhe, and you want to use like other character, right? I would say Escoffier with that Cinder City, it's the best option than any other options. So yeah, because you know why? Her personal damage on Skirk team doesn't matter so much. But by giving 12% additional damage to your Skirk, it's way more beneficial. How about Shenhe, Noblesse, and Scroll on Effie? It's a good option as well, right? It depends. You know what the point is? The point is, in my opinion, let's say like that. If, like for example, for me, I don't have Shenhe, right? And because of that, I will use that set on Escoffier. Because Escoffier can continuously attack the enemy. You don't need to do literally anything. And that set will give you buff like non-stop, you know? With Shenhe, you need to activate it. So if your rotation is lower, like in time, than like 15 seconds, so you need to reapply and you will lose maybe some damage. So Escoffier is not bad in this case. But just keep that in mind, it's going to be like, you know, like not a maybe good synergy, but still you can use it. You need to like just adjust your rotation. You know why? It's because usually you use Escoffier for Furina, but not for Shenhe. But you need to use Shenhe for Escoffier. So rotation is going to be like kind of like a little bit weird if you ask me. Shenhe needs to burst though every rotation. Not every rotation. Like yes, every rotation, but if I'm not mistaken, the best rotation for Shenhe is going to be like this. You use her skill, then you use other setup, then you use her skill again and burst. Something like that. If I'm not, it's double skill, like with yellow, you know? Mini Durin will be Hydro. If Mini Durin is going to be playable, that would be crazy. You know why? He looks like Ganyu. I'm not gonna lie. Like first when I saw that Durin, I thought it's a Ganyu. You know why? Yes, like what Ganyu with the wings, you know? But yeah, after that I realized I think Durin will be Anemo because he has wings and yeah, he can fly. Arlecchino also has wings. She has one wing, like only. Okay, so yeah, let me show you like this team, guys. Like with Shinchu instead of like, yeah, it's about like Rosa and how Escoffier is like.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
A little amuse bouche. Skirk on the loop.
Get ring cutter.
Sacrifice is ready.
You can't run.
Punishment.
Yeah.
Judgment. Shower new strength. Time to shine.
Off to the freezer. The pinnacle of excellence.
Let me weave you a verse.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Yeah.
Know my sword. Judgment. Let my name echo in song.
A little amuse bouche. Skirk on the loop.
Ring cutter.
Yeah. Shiver.
Rain out.
So yeah, you don't need like 5-star. By the way, this is actually crazy team. And by the way, Escoffier made this team so crazy. Yes, Shinchu gives you additional like healing, etc., something like that, but you still can use this 4 stars and you will be alright. It's the point is like, if I'm not mistaken, Pikmin asked me like if can I use like Ayaka. You can use Rosa as well, easily. So fun fact, Electro Charge 130 actually does more poise damage than Overloaded 90, but if actually Overloaded strange enemies more easily because it's like 5 poise damage, while actually yes, Silent. You know why is that? Even though Electro Charge, that's true, but it's not only because of that. Recently they just like a little bit buffed, they buffed that Electro Charge, you know, Overloaded. And Electro Charge as well, but they buffed Overloaded like a little bit higher than Electro Charge if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and also Electro Charge has Hydro in it, but Hydro it's actually pretty interesting. You know why? Let's say like that, if you want to swill Hydro, as you know, you cannot get 2 instances of damage, you only get 1. Because like it's like that, you cannot get to all other elements. You can swill and get 2 instances of damage, pyro, electro, etc., something like that. So yeah, and also overloaded considered to be pyro damage, not electro damage. That's why maybe it's so powerful, you know? Newlet can fly, but he doesn't have wings. I think citlali get her banner in 5.0 only. Oh yeah, about like citlali, we definitely will get reruns, citlali reruns, yeah, in 5.8 or something, because no way we can't. Let's say like that. A couple characters like left, which we need to get. It's like citlali. Just a second, let me check. Oh yeah, I can check right from here. Just a second. I forgot about that. A character archive. So yeah. We need to get, if I'm not mistaken, we didn't get mualani so far. So yeah, mualani is going to be maybe next patch. We need to get citlali. Mualani, citlali. We got chasca if I'm not mistaken. If not, we need to get chasca as well. Chasca. Oh yeah, chasca like didn't get her rerun by the way. So yeah, chasca, citlali, mualani. So all of these characters like they definitely will get her like rerun in like maybe in 5.8. And by the way, according to the leaks, we're not going to get any new characters in a next patch in 5.8. I mean like next is 5.7, I mean 5.8. Why won't everyone gonna start saving for? Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is so true, Griffin. I agree with you. We need mualani. Yeah, mualani will get her rerun, right? Mualani, chasca, and citlali definitely will get their rerun. I'm happy that mualani wasn't this patch, though. I mean, right, if you ask me, I still wouldn't suggest you to go for mualani. It's up to you. I would suggest you to go for Newlet in this case, or wait. But again, it's up to you. If you like for me, like yeah, I kind of like yeah, I'm completely okay with Newlet. And by the way, if you watch that video I made recently, like a Newlet team, like this one, and Ayaka team, Newlet does slightly better in terms of time than Ayaka team. And despite my Ayaka is actually, I rebuilt my Ayaka by the way, right, a little bit. She has now, like, let me show you, like, she has signature weapon. I use Cinder City. I switch my circlet to crit damage because yeah, that attack, like yeah, it wasn't so powerful. And my ratio is like that: 41 plus 36 from set plus 15 from that cryo resonance and 276 crit damage. Not enough energy recharge, not gonna lie. It would be nice to get more than that, but it is what it is. And she has pretty good amount of attack. Newlet is boring. That's true, Silent. I agree with you. Newlet is extremely boring, but you know what? When it comes to damage and clearing the stuff, he actually doing great. You know, I know he's boring. You know, but what the point is, why Newlet is so popular? When it comes to tablets and phones, you know how comfortable to use Newlet on devices, on mobile devices. It's just extremely useful. You know, and he is unique in this case. You know. What is? Actually, Griffiths, you can use 60. You know why? She's off fielder, but I still would suggest you to increase that number. At least 65, 67 is more than enough. I mean, like, yeah, you don't need to go more than that. If you can, you go that for that. But if you can't, like 65, 67 is like kind of like bare minimum, I would say. You know, 60 is it's a low number actually. But don't forget about, like, yeah, if you use Escoffier, don't forget about just a second. Don't forget about resonance. Just a second, let me show you what I mean. So, like, most likely, if you have only 60, you actually, it's not 60, it's you get more than that because of resonance. Cryo resonance. So yeah, or like. Increase crit rate against opponents that are frozen or affected by cryo by 50%. Since she attack with cryo, her crit rate is increased by 50%. So most likely it's not 60 for you, but it's 75. Just keep saying. If you have 60 at it's your like base number, just add 15 on that. From all trials I've done, I enjoyed mualani so much more than for yeah, like when it comes to gameplay, mualani is like more like a little bit more difficult to use, and maybe I don't know, like I like Newland actually, but he's definitely like boring as hell. I agree with Silent, he's really boring. I mean, that's why maybe I, you know, like try to not use him, but use like Shinchu, Yelan, etc., something like that. I'm willing to bet my Furina does more damage than your Newlet. Oh, I don't want to do that, like Silent. Don't get me wrong, like Constellation 6 Furina, come on. Like, she definitely do more damage. My Newlet is kind of like completely free to play. Let me show you my build. Like, he is just completely free to. And by the way, he has this mark, which means additional damage. By the way, Ayaka has the same. So yeah, like, he's completely like free to play. I don't even use his signature weapon. I don't have it, you know. Of course, yeah, I know that. I will put Newlet weapon on Mualani. Or let's say like that. It's not a great weapon for Mualani because it's increased charge attack damage, you know, but you can. I mean, you can. Alright, I tried this one. I tried like that. Oh yeah, like Pikmin asked me about like, can I use like Ayaka instead of like in this AFK team? Just a second, let me try it again. So yeah, this one. Like, if you don't have Escoffier, unfortunately, Escoffier is crazy. You know why? Because you need a healer. Escoffier just like gives you more healing. And because of that, using this team, like, we can give it a try though. So, you know, like, let's go Shinchu. I don't think that's a great option, if you ask me. It's going to be Raiden, Furina. Let me switch my Nahida though with different weapon, like yeah, this one, because I need some healing. Let's give it a try. In this case, it's like the problem with this team though, it's going to be like pure hyperbloom team, you know. It's not going to be like freeze hyperbloom stuff, you know, because if enemies are freezable, you can benefit from that. You get some kinda defense, you know. So yeah, but this team is a pure like hyperbloom team. I have 66, but I'm king of suffering from energy recharge. I already have 1 year, but I think it's not enough. No, 1.6. Actually, it's enough. You mean like for Escoffier? 160. Let me show you my like. Let me show you how I have 165. On Escoffier, and I'm completely okay with that. The only point is, when you use her skill, try to hit enemy with that skill. When you miss that, you cannot create particle. Let me show you. When you use like the problem, it's not a problem. It's just like how she works. It's like within her mechanic, you know. When you use Escoffier, right, to get that particle, you need to hit enemy. If you do something like that, she doesn't create any particle whatsoever. You cannot get any particle. You see, like, I didn't get anything. But when you hit enemies, you can get particle.
Up to the freezer.
You see? So yeah, you need to hit enemies. In this case, like not only her skill, but also like not only like her like or field damage, like that mechanic, that this cuisine, that stuff. How it calls? Just a second. Let me just reclaim the name. Cooking mech. Oh, cooking mech. That's true. It's cooking mech. That cooking mech also gives you additional particle. You see, like I already have like 50% of energy. Just try to hit with like enemy with that. You will be completely okay. Mons back, rat wheel of okay. No, bro, like you haven't seen what Silence Furina is. Oh, about Silence Furina, guys. If you ask me, let's say like that. I don't know either. But I definitely know that Constellation 6 Furina, in general, she is crazy. I saw a couple, like one video, Silent sent me. Just imagine 1.40 millions with normal attacks. That's crazy. Oh, by the way, I told Silent about like Furina, by the way, has infusion when you switch between her Can I set Furina? Yeah, I can. So yeah, let me show you something. When you switch, I don't know if it's like... I can... I don't see any fusion, to be honest. No, maybe I'm wrong. I thought like she has infusion on first attack when you switch between like healing. Check my Furina. I changed her circlet. Okay. Just a second, guys. So, silence Furina. Let me just show you. If I'm not mistaken, I can do that. Hi, Silent. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, anyway. So, yeah.
Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
You have to hit opponents for that Hydra attack. Oh, I see now. I didn't know that. Right. Thank you very much. So yeah, you get that infusion. I see now. So yeah, you get that infusion for one attack. I got it now. I didn't know that because I saw that like... Oh, let me check Dreamer's... just a second, guys. Let me switch real quick. Yeah, just a second, Silent, please. Let me just check. What did you change, Dreamers? Change my Furina and change her circlet. Okay, you changed circlet. Oh, actually, it's not a bad build. You know why? I don't know, like, if you just, like, at the moment, she has, like, Favonius weapon with a good amount of crit rate. Yes, again, like, I don't know if your main account or, like, second account, but definitely you need to level up this ones. So, yeah, level 9 on both of that is actually cool. But ratio and energy recharge is okay. Yes, would be nice to get more energy recharge. Because you know why? Like 173 is not comfortable. It's still okay if you catch all of the particle, actually. And if you have like another Hydra teammate like Yelan with Favonius weapon, then you are actually like, this 173 is more than enough. If you don't have though, so yeah, you need like a little bit more for a more comfortable play. But yeah, this ratio is okay. Completely great. Actually, like my ratio is even like, it's not so great, it's bad. Okay, so yeah, let me switch it. So yeah, Silent, sorry about that. She has her infusion at concession 6 and 0 Hydra attack and entire states for Arkham. Yes. 0 meaning you apply no Hydra on the enemy. Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. Like, yeah, I know that. So you mean like if she like in this state she doesn't apply any Hydra. That's true. Yeah, I'm aware of that. And it helps with Numa and Uzia puzzles to find. Yeah, by the way, you know what I wanted to do? Like, oh, with that infusion? To do some damage, that's why.
Isn't there anything else more
okay, Ali, bye-bye. Thanks for joining. By the way,
such a hassle. Who knew
I'm a little low on energy. If on Furina, let me show you my Furina. I mean, you know what? I sacrifice, like, Silent. I sacrifice my crit rate, crit damage a little bit and give her more energy recharge. You know, to get more comfortable play. And at the same time, you know that you need a lot of HP. Yes, I have like couple Hydra characters now. So yeah, that's why it's 44. Not like as a Hydro character. Main account. Oh yeah, it's your main account. Yeah, I would say. What is my foreign? Is it good? Okay, just a second. Just a second, Ali.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Teach you. Like her T pronunciation is a little bit weird. I would happy to teach you. Okay, let me switch that. Oh yeah, since you use her signature, like signature 4-star weapon, you get additional crit rate. But yeah, I would suggest you to R5 it, because in this case you can get 16 crit rate, which is actually extremely helpful. Because your base crit rate is a little bit low. But in general, yes, it's alright. HP need to be like, since you have Constellation 0, that HP needs to be at least 35, 36 with second Hydro, or like 40 with only single Hydro on your team. Just keep that in mind, because with 31 is low. You know why is that? You cannot fully utilize her fanfare stacks. Like 75% damage bonus. That's why. So you need to do like increase that definitely. And you use energy recharge. Wow, I see now. You know, you can. Okay, like yeah, like in the future I would suggest you, if you can get like, since you don't have so much energy recharge substats, so yeah, you need to do that for a more comfortable play. But in the future I would suggest you to like, yeah,
Isn't there anything else more interesting
to like,
to
yeah,
do?
switch that to HP and you will be alright with that. I mean like with HP, because she needs 40k. Okay guys, so sorry about that. So yeah, I don't know if you know, like, but when you change between healing damage on Furin and change between like Numa Uzia, and then first attack is Numa Uzia. Oh yeah, I know that, right? Like that's why it's infusion. That's true. Like I just didn't know that you need to hit an enemy to get an infusion. But yeah, when you switch between them, she changed that arcle as well. So yeah. That's why it's really helpful with puzzles and fun. That's true. Not only puzzles, by the way, it's also helpful when it comes to enemies, like when you fight against enemies.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
So many energy
If you'd
recharge.
like to learn
I mean,
the
like,
proper
you know, like,
etiquette,
actually it's
I'd
not
be
so
happy
many.
to
You mean
teach
like
you.
2.2, like 202? It's okay. It's not so high, but yeah, might be, yes, lower this number a little bit. HP instead of like energy recharge to get more energy ones on piece. That's true, yeah. Yeah, energy recharge is better. You know, it depends. Let's say like that. When it comes to like okay, Nathan. Alright, let me continue with like Spiral Abyss if you don't mind. Let me do some analysis test. But he needs more HP for fun fights. That's true actually, yes. He definitely needs more fun fights because like without that HP using Furina, yeah, you can. But you know, like you cannot get enough fun fight stacks, which is actually, yeah, hurts your damage a lot. Because if you know, Ali, that 75% damage bonus applies to all of your teammates. All of them. Alright, which team we can use again? So yeah, you can go like, by the way, you can go like this team, which is actually crazy team. Let me give it a try. It's going to be Furina, Escoffier, Citlali and Shinchu. In this case, you can use Shinchu as a DPS character. And let me show you. By the way, this team, I found this team better than Yelan team. I don't know why is that, but this team is faster than like, yeah, Yelan team. Maybe because of Citlali. You know why? Because Citlali gives you additional Hydro Resh Rate, but also gives you TDDS. Shinchu benefits from TDDS. But Citlali not. Citlali is HP, like she scales on HP. But I use Nilo's weapon. Oh yeah, HP that. And that's why I use energy recharge. Oh, I see. Like that HP weapons actually is broken as hell, if you ask me. HP weapon is just Nevo's weapon is just crazy.
A little amuse-bouche. The Pinagoo back. Fulfill our path. Suffer the wrath of the...
Let me weave you a verse. Know my soul.
See how fast, like...
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo.
A dash of frosting. A burst of fleet. Get to work.
The only problem is like you need to use citlali.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
A grand surprise.
Strike a pose. Let the world come.
A little amuse-bouche. Goose on the loose. Fulfill our path. Suffer the wrath of the Eastling.
Know my sword.
So yeah, like actually it's pretty cool. Aquila? Yes, but definitely. Aquila, it's like gives you physical damage, like it's completely different. That's true. That's actually true, yeah. Alright, looks like Silent needs some mats. Silent, do you need some mats or something? Yeah, okay. Alright, so yeah, let him farm. Let me just like... Let me try another team if you want me to. I mean, like, yeah, like when it comes to Escoffier, I literally tried every team in this game, and you know what? She definitely can be used like with literally all of the characters. Yes, she has problems with mavuika a little bit. If you remember, guys, we did couple tests. The problem with mavuika, it's like you try to avoid use her skill. That's a problem because even though she applies pretty fast hydro, it's like mavuika skill destroys that hydro, like it's cryo, my bad. That cryo immediately, you know? That's a problem. But you still can use it. Maybe Columbina will be physical. About that, it's possible, but I don't believe in that. You know that? If you ask me, I don't believe that she gives like kind of like Eula 2.0. Sounds suspicious, but possible. I saw 50k HP Furina. That guy used like the same weapon which I use, but about that, you know, like dreamers, like 50k on Furina is make no sense, because let's say like that, if you have Furina, like at Constellation 0, at Constellation 1, and at Constellation 0, you need 40k HP. That's it. You don't need more than that. If you have Constellation 1 though, and Constellation 1 as well. If you have Constellation 2 though, you can actually decrease that number up to 30, down to 30, you know? You will be alright, because you get more HP when you use her burst. You know, let people rejoin, and you get HP immediately for you and your teammates. So 30k is enough. I don't know why they use 50k HP, because yes, she scales on HP, and yeah, you see that it's possible that it's increased her like damage. It's possible, like saloon members damage, etc., something like that. You still cannot get more than 75% buff, or maybe you can with constellations. Yeah. Imagine if they convert Skirk to the physical in WIFI. Oh, I don't believe in that. And by the way, you know what I think about Skirk? Like, most likely... Oh, no. Sure. About Skirk. I think they're not going to change her so much. You know why? Because both birthdays is already added to the calendar, and as you know, guys, when they add birthdays to the calendar, it means not so significant changes in the future. So most likely they already made that Skirk like she is going to be. There was some couple problems with translation, as you know, guys. So yeah, just slight translation problems, and that's it. At Constellation 3, Furina buffs 124. Okay, oh yeah, that's true. Constellation 3 gives you talent. That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. So it's my bad because, yeah, if you know that talents, it's plus 3 with Constellation. That's true. It's like more buff. Fake Archon Furina. Well, she is fake, but you know, like when it comes to Archons, guys, if you ask me, Furina like is, let's say like that. Furina must be on any account in this game. If you want to play Genshin, I would say Furina is must-have character. You can skip any other characters, but not Furina. And unfortunately, you know, like even at Constellation 0, she's crazy. I'm pretty sure she doesn't, because she doesn't have vision low. No, like about vision, by the way, right? No, we have that vision. We have vision, let's say like that. She has a vision, but that vision form is going to be completely new. Just keep that in mind. It's not going to be the same what we have at the moment. It's not going to be a Fontaine. It's not going to be, what's that? It's Natlan, or let's say like Liu Harbor, you know? It's going to be completely new vision for her. New icon. And by the way, we have a form. We already have a shape. But like characters wise, she is a real icon. Yeah, characters wise, she is crazy as hell. That's true. Skirk physical actually would be like sick if you ask me. You know, just imagine. I don't think. I believe. You know what's why I a little bit concerned and like have. It's not like hating, but the problem is. Constellation 1 gives you like a charge attack bonus, 503 stacks if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But set doesn't buff the charge attacks, you know, which is actually ridiculous if you ask me. Like extremely like where was Mika? Is a team lol. Oh yeah, by the way, by the way, you still can use Mika. You know why? Because Mika can heal. I mean, like let's say like that, but guys, if you don't have Escoffier, you have like couple options, which is Diona, not a great one, which is Charlotte. I would say the best one, and you can use Mika because Mika can heal. You know, so you have 3 options. So you can use that Mika anyway, and he is Cryo at the same time. Merchant Hunter, her best in slot. Let's say like that. According to the calculation, yes, and I assume that yes, Mercy Hunter is going to be the best. But I heard that her burst playstyle it's also extremely powerful and might give you more damage than her normal attacks. You know. Did you make a video for Burning Desires or did you just post it? Oh, hi, how are you doing? Burning Desires, it's that like, how should they call Ice, Burnice, about Burnice? No, like I just posted. It's not my idea. It was like, actually, that video originally it made by Hoyoverse. That video was like 1 hour long, something like that. I just edited it and posted. So it's not my video. Pumpkin Spice. Mercy Hunter, yes. Skirk with Mika in the same team. Yeah, it's possible. Venti have Vision too, but like it's true Archon and first. About Vision, yes, like maybe. I don't know about Vision. Alright, so yeah, let me just come on, Silent, you're not lonely. I know you're not. Alright, so yeah, let me try to do this one. Again, like about that team, which is like you know, AFK team, something like that. It's again like let's my opinion about Skirk and Escoffier, guys. If you want to know, like, I would suggest you to go for Escoffier and wait if you can get, and like try to get Skirk. So let's say like that. For, I would say for any account, Escoffier might be way more valuable than Skirk. So it's like my opinion. It's still up to you. If you have Escoffier already and want to go for Skirk, then go for her. She definitely will be best cryo in the game. Like, no one can compete her. No one. Because, and she plays out of normal. Yeah, she has some problems. Like, it's expensive team. When you swap out, she loses that infusion, gaining void rift, and like subtleties might be a slightly problem when you fight against single enemy. But again, it's like kind of mechanic, you know. You definitely will get used. To that, you know. Because no way you can't.
Stay close and you will live.
Okay. When I search for the song, your was the first and pop up. I did see the 1 hour, like, but didn't know like that one was made by. Yeah, you're welcome. Pumpkin. You're welcome, Pumpkin Spot. So yeah, they made that like song, yeah, for 1 hour long, and I just like edited it, and that's it. The Endo Cryo Electro is going to be like a new Hyperbloom. Oh, you actually, it's not going to be Hyperbloom. You know why? Let's say like that. With Hyperbloom, you create like blooms on a field, and you need to attack with. It's mostly going to be like aggravate and spread. It's not Hyperbloom. It's going to be like aggravate and spread. You know, because let's say like that. Hyperbloom, it's a transformative reaction. But aggravate and spread, it's like crit rate, crit damage reaction. Because you still can use elemental mastery. Elemental mastery also can somehow increase your damage, and level can increase your damage. But again, it's not transformative. When it comes to hydro, cryo, dendro, it's the same. It's going to be like crit rate, crit damage. You need those stats. Can you get the cookies achievement? Or you have a sword? I will check that, Silent. Just a second. I don't know what is that. And most likely, you know, like, I'm not chasing for achievement at all. Like, let's say, like, on purpose. Just a second. Let me.
No neutralize. Russian floral. Time to shine. The pinnacle of excellence.
I agree with you. Like Escoffier is better than Skirk. You know, like, let's say like that. It's like for account. But when it comes to like preferences, it's completely like, you know, like, if you like Skirk, why not? Yeah, her team is like extremely expensive, but you still can use it even without Furina and like Escoffier. She still will be playable, you know. Yes, less damage, that's true, but I didn't expect that Escoffier is so crazy. You know, like, when we first, if you remember, guys, when we saw, like, read about her talents, about abilities, etc., everyone saw that she will be playable only within Hydro and Cryo, but it's kind of like ended up like we now can use her with literally any reaction you want. Even with Dendro, with this team, like, if you can freeze, you can use with Pyro easily with Arlecchino. Just crazy team. You can use with... Which team I used? With Shanling, by the way, is also pretty good. Because Shanling Pyro application is crazy as hell. You know that? Let me try check that Kokijo. Just a second, Silent. How was that? Kokijo achievement. Do we have that? If I'm not mistaken, I don't have it, but yeah. Oh no, I have it. Defeat Kokijo before performed like Thunderform word. Oh yeah, only one of them, but yeah, not all of them. Or maybe like, yeah, something like that. But it's not full, you know? I hate Kokiju achievement so much. I did like Yao Yao, Nahida, Arlekinov together. Oh, for real? I was so scuffed and stupid. What?
An important part of cooking is making sure the ingredients absorb the flavors in the dish. To that end, a chef must be able to wield a knife with the same level of precision as a surgeon.
Emily.
Practice
Oh, you don't have
makes
any of them?
perfect.
Nahida, nor like and just a second, guys.
Know of any new orchestral pieces? I like to swap out the background music in the kitchen once in a while. It's a great way to find new inspiration.
Sorry guys, I'm back. About that, dreamers, which character you can use with kinich? You can use Kirara. If you don't have any of them, you actually easily can use Kirara. And you know what? Actually, Kirara, if you have her Constellation 6, she is extremely powerful because all nearby party members gain 12% all elemental damage bonus for 15 seconds after Kirara uses her elemental skill or burst. It means if you under the shield or use any of this, which gives you shield in both cases, you actually can give kinich more damage. And if you use, like, not this set of course, but Dendro set, you can give her kinich more damage. It's because of like this set. Just a second, because as you know, kinich use Obsidian Codex. You cannot use kinich. You can use Deepwood, but it's not a great option. But that's why you need second. So I would say yes, you can use Kirara if you have her. If you have Constellation 6, it's just crazy. Because all other options is Baiju. And maybe that's it. I mean, just a second, let me check which Dendro characters we have. But you can. You know why? Because kinich is extremely powerful. Kinich is just like, yeah. We need like check Dendro. So yeah, Kirara, Baiju, Nahida. Unfortunately, Yao Yao is not a great option, even though Yao Yao also can give you some buff, but Yao Yao better without hating, you know? So you can go if you want, if you like kinich even without like Emily, it's still okay. The only problem is you need like a pretty good pyro application, as you know, like for burning. Because in this case you can use his cannon attack like not 2 times but 4 times. You know, it's increased like amount of cannon attacks you can do. You are on the second step of like this achievement. Third is a worse. For real? Oh, I will check that. I didn't know that. Yellow. Third is killing in one only few hits. Oh, I will check that achievement, to be honest. I just like, you know what, I don't remember when I did that achievements. So yeah, like Kokiju or something like that. Kinich Virgin is pretty viable, I'm pretty sure. Virgin? I mean Virgin, for real? I mean, no, right, Virgin. I wouldn't suggest you to use Virgin team, but you can. You know, like what? Let's give it a try. But you know, like Virgin involved like Virgin involved actually like, as you know, Virgin it's kind of like the same as Hyperbloom, but instead of like Hydro and Dendro, you need to use Pyro and Hydro, you know? You can use maybe Virgin. let's give it a try if you want me to. So yeah, first half is actually not a bad option for that. Because like Burgeon and Burning is completely different, like different things. Oh no, my bad. Burgeon is like my bad, completely forgot. So you need like these characters for Burgeon. So yeah, just a second. So for Burgeon, you need Hydro anyway. You need Pyro anyway. Because you create Course and you attack with Pyro. Oh, you know, like Rat, actually it's not a great option. If you ask me, you know why? What you can do though, you can go like this team and do Burgeon. That's true. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, like I know how to write it, but I don't know how to pronounce it, unfortunately. Kinich, Shinchu, Shanling, but no, like yeah, that's true. Kinich, but that's a bad team. Bro, like Kinich, Shinchu, Shanling, and Bennett. Okay, let me give it a try. Kinich, Shinchu. You know why is that? You can. Yes, you can. Kinich, Shinchu, Shanling, and Bennett. Something like that. That's why I use Yao Yao and Nahida in team. Just dodge. Third was to destroy the shield phase and not get hit. How do you want to destroy it? When you get close and hit you block. Oh, okay. I used to ignore it from a distance. Oh, that's actually, oh yeah. That's why I used Yao Yao and Nahida on the team. Oh, okay. Like which team you used? Like actually, like it's some hinting. Like it's a hint for that. A pretty viable. Kinich and like Nahida and Yao Yao. I've seen Kinich Burgeon team. Yeah, it's possible. I don't want to say it's impossible. Let's give it a try. I mean, you know why? Kinich Hyperbloom team is better than Kinich Burgeon team. Like, let's say like that. Instead of this ones, using Kuki Shinobu, it's actually a great option, you know? This team is like better, like Hyperbloom team is better than like Burgeon team. But let's give it a try, no problem. Rotation is going to be like this. So yeah, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I skip Kinich in my main account because of Alhaitham, but I don't have any Dendro in my alt account, so try. Actually, you know what, if you ask me, I don't think we will get some crazy... you know why Kinich is so great? Because he can use Obsidian Codex. That's why. It's super easy to build. You don't need like something special. You get like 40 crit rate immediately, you know? And he is pretty powerful. The only like he has some problems because you know why?
Good things come to
let's say
those
like
who
that.
don't
When it
wait
comes to
around.
dodging, etc.,
That's what
something
they
like
say
that,
anyway.
he might have a
Knowing
problem.
my
You know,
luck,
like enemy
the
can one
opposite
hit
is
you,
probably
one
true
shot
for
you.
me.
But with couple tries, you will be alright. So yeah, it's only about like yeah, mastering. Let's say like that. He is not so difficult to use, but yeah. But when it comes to damage, she is really crazy. Okay, let me try this one.
Adventure time.
Your journey ends
We're going.
here.
Teamwork
Lord
is
of
strength.
Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Witness the power of WuWa. Heaven like a brain outlines your fate.
For real? Just let me try it again. He released that crocodile so late. Wait, isn't like Toma Elemental Mastery better than Shanling for Burge? Yeah, that's true. Toma is better. That's true. But you know, like you need Elemental Mastery because Burgeon and Hyperbloom kind of the same as they have. They both this reaction both has the same multiplier, by the way, 3.0, and Burgeon scales on Elemental Mastery. That's true. You need to use like kind of Toma instead of Shan. But let's give it a try. I mean, like the damage is going to be low because none of them build it with Elemental Mastery. You know. That's why back then I used Dia. Let me show you the team I used back then. I used Dia with Elemental Mastery to do Burgeon. So yeah, that's true. And actually Dia is maybe slightly, Constellation to Dia, slightly better. Now I use like Tenacity because of yeah. But back then I used Dia. But that Kinich deals more damage than Alhaitham. But it depends on your team. You know why? Let's say like that. If you play with like in Quick Bloom, Hyper Bloom teams, actually Alhaitham does better damage. But when it comes to burning, like, yeah, like when you actually fulfill all of his requirements, I mean like burning, etc., something like that, kinich is extremely powerful. Really, really powerful.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Everybody stand back!
Oh my god.
Let me weave you a verse.
I got a corner. Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Nice and spicy. Let's light it up. Show my soul. I'm going in. Ring cutter.
Let my magic begin.
Yeah, you know why? Because without Shanling, it makes no sense. Let me go Dia. Dia actually it's slightly better. Dia doesn't need energy and Dia creates a field. I have Tomarad in my ult account. You know what's the problem with Toma? The problem with Toma, he is extremely difficult to build and you need constellations. That's the only problem Toma has, if you ask me. Because without that, using Toma, it's difficult, and he needs about like 230 energy recharge. He really needs a lot of recharge. Why is that? Because mostly you use Toma field, and yeah, you need some particle, you know, he needs some energy. Toma can use Dragons. Yes, like that because of elemental masters, that's true. Like let's say like that, guys. You can easily take your Raiden's Hyper Bloom set and give Toma and with weapon, and that's it. You don't need to do literally anything at all. So yeah, because it's the same damage. It's the same multiplier. It's different damage, my bad. It's different reaction, but it's the same multiplier and it's a transformative reaction as well. So yeah, I mean Virgin, you know? Just keeps animal. So you can easily like use like this set. Because it's full EM. And that's it. Toma doesn't need anything but elemental mastery in this case, but he needs energy recharge. That's why he is difficult to build. Because his shield, as you know guys, it's stackable. And he renew his shield when it's destroyed. Okay, so yeah, that was like Dia. Yeah. And Bennett. Something like, let me check my Dia. Actually, yes, I used to use Dia with
Benny's adventure team.
That's why, by the way, my Dia is level 90. You know why? Because I used to use her in Virgin team. That's why she is 90. Unfortunately, now I use like this set. I don't want to mess with that. Let me check if I have enough elemental. It's only 37. What looks like, please review my okay, of course. Did I miss that, Sino? No problem, just a second. Just a second. Of course I can. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't. If I did, sorry about that. Just a second. Mualani. Okay guys, let me switch the window. Oh. Now this piece is crazy as hell actually, not gonna lie. Yes, 1 EM upgrade, but again 21 HP. Crit damage, crit rate, and flat HP. Nice, nice. As the more you have, as a, like it's crazy, and you use double HP, which is actually a great option. You know why? I would suggest you to switch this one if you have Hydro. You know why? Because let's be honest, it's not so great. Since mualani scales on HP, and that multiplier, that percent, is extremely crazy. It's 83%, like if I'm not mistaken, scaling percentage, you know? It's actually highest we have in the game. You easily can use HP goblet and you will be okay. But if you have like this type of goblet, I would suggest to use like hydro damage goblet instead of this one. But it's still up to you if you have one, you know? Just if you have one, because it's a little bit difficult to get like all like the set you need. Well, again, yes, she's cool, and you use that with Ziv. Yes, with Ziv, she can benefit kind of like from elemental mastery slight, but not slightly. She can benefit from EM, and she can benefit from elemental damage. Attack is completely useless for her. But yeah, she's cool, and 40 comes out of that set. I mean 40% crit rate. Raiden 2, just a second. Oh, about Raiden, you need to work like yeah, Raiden is like, yeah, even though you have proper set, which is emblem set, your crit rate is super low. Maybe you used to use catch back then, you know, and just switch it to Shanling or someone. Oh, Shanling with that weapon. You know why? Because like this crit rate is super low. You need at least like about like with a catch, you need 65 plus catch, which gives you additional crit rate on her burst. And about crit damage, like would be nice to have like 160-ish something. She's still maybe playable in this form, but you know what the problem is? Oh, the problem is Raiden needs that crit rate. Without crit rate, you definitely will miss like a lot of damage, just huge amount of damage, you know? Even though artifacts looks pretty okay. But this one, yeah. Like, I don't want to say, like, yes, it's... yeah, you need to work, like, on your emblem set, unfortunately. Because, yeah, without that, you know why? And also, yeah, you don't... 6 and 9 is okay. If you can, in the future, just, like, crown her burst. Because it's the main source of her damage. By the way, completely skip normal, you don't need that at all. Because when she uses her burst, all of her attacks considered to be burst attack. Not skill, not normal. You didn't miss, what? Oh, okay. Got your achievement like to level 2 today? I'm curious which team you use. Oh, silent. Oh, yes, why not? Maybe I can give it a try. Why not? It's possible. Just a second. I don't have hydro damage, but it's off piece. Oh yeah, like in this case, use that use that set. I mean, like Obsidian Codex is still like better. Like 4-piece Obsidian definitely better. If you have HP Sand, like Obsidian Codex HP Sand, then use it. If you don't have, then use like this set. She's actually has good build. Not gonna lie, a lot of HP, crit damage, crit rate, and she doesn't need energy recharge so much. You know, so yeah. Mualani is like the best character to defeat. Ah, for real? Unfortunately, yeah. Like when it comes to DPS, not gonna lie. Like let's say like that. She's not optimal. She's not bad. But what I would suggest you to do, if you ask me, at least increase her crit rate a little bit, like to have the 1-to-2 ratio, you know, or use catch. Catch gives you 12% crit rate. It's not enough though. It's going to be like 51, something like that, which is low, you know. So yeah, you need that. I mean, like without crit rate, she's actually terrible, for real. Oh, you didn't farm catch. So I know, like, you know, like, oh, let's say like it's a crime. That's a crime, actually. You know why? I know you need to catch some fishes. It might be boring as hell, but you need that catch. That catch, by the way, it's maybe one of the best free-to-play polearms we have in the game. Like, no, because you can use that polearm literally on any characters, you know? Mavuika and Furina can work very well too. Mavuika and oh yeah, like Elemental Master Channeling. Oh, yes, like Elemental Master Channeling doesn't exist. You know why? I wouldn't suggest you to do that. But it's still, that's up to you. You can do that, EM Channeling with that set, you know. But yeah, it's better to use like Dia in, I would say, you know, because like she needs energy, a lot of energy. And kinich is like, yeah, he needs to be on field all the time, literally all the time, you know. When it comes to different teams, let's say even like Vape or Melt, etc., something like you can switch between the characters pretty fast. But in this team, it's like difficult. With kinich team, that's why Emily exists. Because Emily plays out of her skill. You don't need energy whatsoever. And I don't even need it. Even I go to the catch. Oh, Silent, it's the best. You know, like usually if you ask me, catch is the best like 4-star pole arms we have in the game. Like one of the best one. Because like, yeah, Favonius is also good, but catch is just crazy, you know, when it comes to DPS. Catch is the best. Everyone want more. You have one. Oh my, like those fishes kind of annoying. Yeah, I know that. I feel you, Sino, not gonna lie. Okay, let me try with this team. It's kind of like going to be like semi-virgin team, you know why? Because my idea is without Elemental Master.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Adventure time! Everybody stand back! Yes, let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. No, my...
We meet at last.
Teamwork is true! Buckle up! Witness the power of God!
Yeah, you see Virgin? Like I would say with Dia is way more better. But the point is... you see the Virgin? The point is you need to adjust your rotation. But again, like to do Virgin damage you need Elemental Mastery. Without EM, like Virgin is kinda like useless at all. And Toma is not a bad option, but again it depends, you know. My catch is just like chilling on Rosa. Rosa and catch is actually not a bad option, if you ask me. Rosa and catch, you know. I still prefer to use Favonius weapon because of like she is actually great battery and her skill cooldown is actually 6.5 seconds, something like that. So it's like pretty fast. With Sinos, there's like a stabilizer in Mondstadt, that best equipment. Okay, it's like... Okay, let me try it again with this team. Yeah, let's go Varesa team.
Are we going on a trip? Or to a competition?
Look out below! You asked for it! Drop your weapon! Control breathing! Start! Buckle up! Here are we coming! Yeah! Yeah! Running late again! It's justice o'clock!
Did she say buckle up? Did she say buckle? Just a second, let me check it real quick. She said buckle up, right?
Let's get it on! Buckle up!
Oh yeah, buckle up. Okay, buckle up. She's crazy. Yeah, recently, like, actually, my... Yeah. Okay, what another thing we can do? Oh yeah, let me... So yeah, let me try that boss again, just like, you know, I don't want to switch the team. If I'm not mistaken, I never tried that boss with only 4 stars. If I'm not mistaken, I use at least one 4-star, 5-star.
Make sure to keep up.
But, you know, I mean, like that Liam boss, just one try and that's it. I'm not going to, like, yeah, it's a little bit boring, but maybe it's fun at the same time.
Body and mind.
Judgment.
All right, just one try. What looks like, is Inazuma Gacha polearm good? Alright, Inazuma Gacha polearm? Inazuma Gacha polearm? You mean like which one? Oh, you mean like this one? This one, if I'm not mistaken, right? If you mean like this weapon, if I'm not mistaken, this one is Inazuma one. Watatsumi, like, yeah, it's Inazuma one. Let's say like that. When it comes to, if you want to compare to catch, if I'm not mistaken, at Refinement 3, this weapon gives you more damage than catch. Because if you check the passive, this passive is actually crazy as hell. Because it gives you an additional 50% damage, and also you can still refine it. Let me check if next refinement it's 60, you see? So yeah, at refinement 3 it gives you more damage than catch, just keeps damage. So yeah, it's actually cool. But if you have refinement 1 and 2, it's better to use catch. And you also don't forget about that, like, catch gives you additional energy recharge and also gives you some crit rate. You see? So you need to be okay with your energy recharge and crit rate. If you're okay with that, then yes, this weapon definitely gives you more damage. It has a great base attack, and at the same time, this passive is just crazy. Attack weapon on Yunjin? Attack weapon on Yunjin, what? Oh, no, it's not like that. You mean like Yunjin, it's because, no, I mean like... Oh yeah, I don't use Yunjin. Actually, you know, like, she's level 20. But yeah, it's not a great option, I know. You need to use defense or like maybe energy recharge, something like that. Yeah, I just like, yeah, I don't use her, to be honest. But yes, Griffith, like, that weapon is actually gives you more damage than catch if it's refinement 3. Even if you catch refinement 5, by the way, just keep that in mind. So yeah, like, catch refinement 5, it gives you less damage than that weapon refinement 3. The only problem is, yes, it's again, it's crit rate and energy recharge. So if you have like crazy pieces, that weapon is just like, yeah, best one.
Adventure time.
Let's do this thing!
Everybody stand back. Nice and spicy. Eat this. You can't run.
Is this my final?
Why is that?
I'm too hot to handle!
Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Benny's adventure team.
I'm too hot to handle!
Oh, I know why is that. I know why he one-shot me. Because, oh my god, now I know why. You know why is that? I used to fight against him when I was world level 8, but not world level 9. Now he is a little bit more powerful, so I maybe need to get used to him. Okay, I will do it offline, off camera. I will try to use these characters. Maybe I need additional, maybe. Yeah, it's actually like, yeah, he might one-shot me. Just imagine how much HP I have. It's like 16 on him, 29, 18. So just crazy, actually. Damn, bro. He crazy. He's really like the level 20. Yes, like silent. I'm like, you know why? I don't use Yunjin. to be honest. Like you know why I don't use Yunjin. Let me be clear with that. She mostly increase your normal attack damage and speed, right? That speed actually in Genshin Impact makes not so much role. When it comes to WuWa, in Wuthering Waves actually speed attack makes sense. In Genshin Impact it's not so important. You know why? Because you still has internal ICD, your characters has ICD, like so yeah, you just you maybe can hit more. For physical damage I would say yes, it's okay, but when it comes to reactions, you know, like it's not so important. It's, by the way, it's the same thing for Dahlia and Skirk. As you know, guys, like players, like some people says that like Dahlia might be useful for Skirk because of like speed attack. I would say no. Maybe because of shield, yes. But when it comes to attack speed, yes, you can. But yeah, maybe you can increase your like you definitely increase damage by a little bit, but it's not going to be something significant, you know. So yeah, and you can lose actually a little bit more than you gain because of like you switch some off-field DPS with Dahlia. Dahlia is not off-fielder, he's just like gives you shield and attack speed, and that's it. So that's why I don't use Yunjin, even though Yunjin is actually good. Yunjin might be useful with Zhongli, because Zhongli is polearm, and Zhongli's attack speed may be highest. He has the highest attack speed in the game, one of the highest attack speed in the game. Turtle mini boss, I use her for. Oh, about turtle mini boss, by the way. A couple streams ago, like Dreamers asked me to use like New Wallet. Let's try New Wallet against that boss. I never tried that boss, so yeah, let's try like this team with Escoffier. He told me that this team like might be like one of the easiest team to use against that boss.
Utensils at the ready.
Let's do it. So yeah, rotation is going to be like that. As you know, like yeah, when you use with Furina, and it's better to use something like that, because Escoffier is on TDDs, and you can give citlali is on TDDs, and you can give more like attack for Escoffier. Alright, so yeah, I think attack speed on Skirk makes sense because like she doesn't rely on reaction. Doesn't rely on reaction. That's true, she doesn't rely on reaction. She relies on Escoffier mostly. That's true, but you know, like it's still the same subtleties you spent. It's still the same thing. Maybe yes, but you know, like let's say like that. It's like if you ask me, like which character I would go, Yelan or Dahlia, I would say Dahlia. You know why? I would say my bad. Yeah, what a bad mistake. So yeah, I would say Yelan, and you know why? Because attack speed, even it's like 20% attack speed, cannot compete with Yelan's buff or Shenhe's buff. Yes, if you don't have any other options, yes, you can use it. But when it comes to damage, Yelan gives you buff. It's way better. Yelan's work as a battery, great battery. You know, like that's the same what I was talking about. So yeah, you can gain, but not you lose more than you gain. You know, even if makes sense, you lose more than you gain. If I'm not mistaken, that boss is around like somewhere. No, definitely not here. It's like, oh yeah, right here. This place. I think attack speed like. Alright, so yeah, let's. Yeah, this boss is what like that place. Let's give it a try, because like Dreamers told me about that, and why not? You know that this team is like the best team against that Electro. By the way, I never fight this turtle, only in Spile Abyss or like in. So yeah, you need to activate. Huh? Okay. I don't know where is that boss. Should be here. Okay, let's do something like that. I was thinking of giving a Windbreaker Fiend to Shanling, or should I stick? Oh, actually it's not a bad option for Shanling. But you know what's the problem with Shanling? Shanling actually, like, I would say Catch is the best option for Shanling because of, yeah, she needs a ton of energy recharge, you know, and that's a problem. If you have enough energy recharge on Shanling and you're comfortable with that energy recharge, then yes, that weapon actually gives her a lot of damage. That's true. When it comes to like energy recharge and crit rate, she needs that, you know. Shanling is actually extremely difficult to build, not gonna lie. She needs emblem at first place. She needs a lot. Let me show you my Shanling's build. Actually, I recently changed my build, and you know why? I used to use 200 energy recharge on her with a high crit rate, crit damage, and high attack. But now I switch that. She has a catch, but instead of using attack, I use energy recharge. You know why? And let me show you her energy recharge. With this 250 energy recharge, I extremely like comfortable, you know? And I don't have enough crit rate. Like, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to, like, you see, actually her build is so bad. 148 and like 50, it's terrible build. I know that, but it's a little bit difficult for me, like, to get like something, you know? She is difficult to build, unfortunately. Yes, if you have like crazy pieces, you can like use her, and that weapon is also will be better. So yeah, refinement 3, its weapon is better than refinement, like than catch. Let's see if I can get her. I don't know why is that. Huh? Oh, maybe I know why is that. Silent, that's yours. I know why. Like, I don't see it. Now I got it. So yeah, Silent, you killed that boss in one shot. I see. Now, okay. Let me just like, you. Silent, where are you? So I think like attack speed. Okay, Silent. Bow character. Yes, bow character. Come on, Silent. Silent killed that boss. Oh, like with Furina in no time. Oh my god. What about deathmatch on Shanling? Oh yes, that was you. No, I would know. Yes, I know that. I was looking for that turtle. What about deathmatch? Oh yeah, you can use deathmatch. Like, let's say like that. Let's just do like kind of like short tier list for Shanling's weapon. No problem. Just a second. Deathmatch is also pretty good because of crit rate. So yeah, you can use stuff for Homa. Let's say like that. If you have crazy build, like energy recharge, etc., something like that, stuff for Homa is a great weapon. You also can use Deathmatch. Deathmatch is also pretty good. You can use this one. You know why? Because mostly you use like Shanling or like with Vape. Not mostly, but for overloaded, yes. Try not to use it, but when you use with Vape, something like that, that elemental mastery it provides, it's actually not a bad weapon. It's like Hutao, you know, when you use Hutao, and Dragon's Bane is not a bad option. But yeah, you can use this one, you can use like Deathmatch. Deathmatch is okay because, by the way, I used to use Deathmatch on her back then. But again, it's about energy recharge. Because if you don't have energy, since she plays out of her burst, if you don't have energy, it's a little bit difficult to use her, you know? So yeah, that's why I switch that. So that's why now I have like 250. Even though maybe it looks like damage, I get low damage. It's not like that. You know why? I can use her burst every rotation. It's a little bit more, way more comfortable to play. So I would know. Yes, okay, I know that was you, Silent. I saw like a Sino weapon on Shanling. Oh yeah, that's true, like you can use Sino weapon. If I'm not mistaken, Sino weapon gives you crit rate and elemental mastery. That's why it's good, you know. It gives you EM, so that weapon is also good. And by the way, you can use that weapon on Arlecchino when you play like Vape and Melt, you know. So yeah, you can. That's what, let's say like that. when you play with Vape, you can use EM weapon, and it's a great option. So yeah, it's not only the catch or like other stuff, you can use that weapon. It really gives you more buff. I saw open on Shanling that Shanling 70k per hit. No, like come on, like Dreamers, like don't get me wrong, Dreamers. Come on. Like when you say like in Genshin Impact, when you say something like 100k or 70k, you definitely need to say like which enemies he fights against. Most likely it was Tulpa. Against Tulpa, let me just do like 70k damage as well. What you need to do to do like 70k, you need to go like, let me just do it just a second. You need to go like only like these characters. You need to go like Bennett, Shanling, this one, and actually that's it. Let's put mavuika just like just in case we need to go like yeah, just a second. Because like you know, like it's always like it depends. In Genshin Impact it actually hardly depends on enemies as well. Against Tulpa you can do such amount of damage. But when it comes to other characters, yes, maybe just like
Off we go.
Just let me get some energy back because ideas is that.
Out of the frying pan. Let's ride. Full throttle.
Just a second. Okay, let's try that Tulpa. So yeah, it's going to be like yeah, because like you can get 70k damage. Maybe it was melt, I just don't know, but yeah.
Everybody stand. Absorption test. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis. You're toast.
No, it's like only 40-ish something. But he actually, like, if you notice that, she just melts that Tulpa. Okay, and I'm dying. Alright, so yeah. Let's, yeah, my bad. It's 43, yes. Let me try another boss. Let me try another character. Oh yeah, by the way, we can do like Spiral Abyss. Let me give it a try, no problem. My Shanling hit 200k per hit if like swap her build. Yeah, that's true. Like I can do the same, but my build is trash as hell. I mean, like, you know, like, and let's say like that. If I put all of my best emblem set on her, I maybe can do not 200, not gonna lie. Maybe about like maybe 120. Let's give it a try. Let's do the test, no problem. 200k, yeah, it's like let's say like that. I didn't see 200s to be honest, not gonna lie, but let's give it a try. So yeah, the team is going to be like with citlali, Bennett, this one, and Sucrose. And rotation is going to be like that. Bennett, then we use Goba, then we do some swirl, then we switch to citlali, and then we switch back to Shanling. So yeah, like let me just put the characters correctly. So yeah, something like that, right? So yeah, something like that. And by the way, I can increase my damage by just giving Bennett like different weapon. Let's do it. Let's like grab this one for a moment. Okay, let's give it a try. Fun fact that like Narwhal is not immune to interruption. The only set his weight is too high. It's like multiply. Okay, I didn't know that, Silent. I didn't know that. So yeah, let's try that. If you remember, like with Gobo, actually you can do 120k damage. it's possible with Goba by giving Shanling golden troop. So yeah.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Going in! Out of the frying pan!
Absorption test. Stand clear.
Get to work! Citlali, eat Papa! Get him!
Eat this!
I lost my... Let me just check it again. I lost my Bennett's buff. It's maybe was like... Yeah, it was actually a little bit like... faster than I expect. If you could somehow do 4k poise damage on hit, you would stagger it or at least put like on... Oh, I see now, like... What about Shanling, Kazuha, Citlali and Bennett? Shanling, Kazuha, no, like Kazuha is not okay, you know that. When it comes to like melt damage or something like that, Citlali, Sucrose is better.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Everybody stand back!
Absorption test.
You two! Time to...
Where's that crocodile? Oh yeah, we can do what? Just a second.
Boba, get them! Stand clear.
I'm going in! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of each!
Yeah. Still low on energy. And what about Toma on Shanling? Homa on Shanling? No, like when you use Homa, like the problem is like, yeah, it's not about Homa. With Homa, I need to completely change her build, you know? That's why I use this weapon. I mean, like, the characters, let's try with the characters I have.
Your journey ends here,
Everybody
Lord of
stand!
Sand.
Absorption test.
Your sacrifice is ready.
Laline, eat Papa!
Eat this!
This crocodile just running away. It's 30k, but it's like... just a second.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your
Absorption
sacrifice
test.
is ready.
Get them!
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
I'm going in!
God, why is that? Come on, just like...
Pound into the ground!
Fulfill our pact! You two! Time your toast!
It's 30. Yeah, it's not enough actually. And I lost my buff at the same time. It's 28k, something like that.
Let's light it up!
Yeah, let me try it again. For references, the highest poise hit Jin's charge attack was like type 0. But yeah, like that poise, like you mean like it's not, isn't it like air type for real? I didn't know that. Maybe it's Constellation 6 or something. So you have like such a different, the best option would be like Jin skill, hold, to poise, and like poise to for real. That's crazy. I didn't know that, to be honest, not gonna lie. What about like Xilonen on this team instead of Sucrose? Xilonen on this team, you know what's the problem with Xilonen? You can, but I have citlali. Let's try Xilonen. Citlali has TDDS and like, yeah, let's try Xilonen, no problem. But Sucrose gives more than Xilonen. Because Sucrose is a TDDS, Sucrose is like not on TDDS, she is a VV set, and VV set gives you more if you don't have any ways like, but yeah, let's give it a try, no problem. Maybe like, okay. Actually, yes, maybe like you can't activate that Cinder City. Let's give it a try.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Show no mercy! Citlali!
No, 76k. It's like first, but it's like her pyro now. Just a second, let me try it again. Because yes, I like citlali couldn't activate that Cinder City. It's only like TDDS.
Adventure time.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Just a second. This, like, you see, like, he is not, now you can't touch it.
How annoying.
Fulfill our path! You two!
Pound it to the ground!
It's 80k. But again, it's like, it's not a great build. You can do better if you rebuild her.
Let's light it up!
Golden slumber.
Suffer the wrath of it! Nice and spicy! Teamwork is dreamwork! You're toast!
A grand surprise! Savor the show in peace. How considerate of me. Could I scare you? Let my magic begin!
Right, kid?
Savor the show in peace.
Going in!
How considerate of me.
Get to work! You two!
Let my magic begin.
Nice and spicy!
Enjoy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I use that one.
How considerate of me. Savor the show in peace. Let my magic...
Alright, so yeah, it's 80k, something like that. More than him. Yeah, like, it's possible, but it's, just keep that in mind. It's a melt damage, you know? It's a melt damage, it's possible. And literally, I didn't change anything. It's the same weapon, it's the same artifacts, it's the same, trash ratio, you know? Same, like, literally, I only switch my Bennett's weapon to, like, give more buff, that's it. So it's possible, it's not so, but it keep that in mind, it's a melt damage. It's, yeah, because it's like, it's very important. Okay, so let's try one domain and maybe one couple domains. Let's do Mercy Hunter. Some enemies have special resistances against like different poise types, making them harder to stagger. Most have multipliers. Oh yeah, about staggering, actually yes, that's true. But you know, like not like, let's say like that. If I'm not mistaken, that staggering stuff, they add that recently. And like that Uzi and Numa also used to stagger the enemies, you know, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, like not all enemies can be staggered in this game, right? Like mostly it's like this stagger stuff applies to like new enemies, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's like that. You cannot stagger all of them. And staggering, it's like you have a like damage window, right? You also can use like overloaded team, by the way, Dreamers, if you want to like do some tests, etc., something like that. Actually, this team with Shanling, Fischl, and Chevruz, it's actually not a bad team at all. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, you need to do something like that. So yeah, Bennett Burst, Fischl, Chevruz, after that Shanling. Let's give it a try. So as I know that staggering stuff is like, yeah, staggering poise has been like in game since release, is a fundamental part of combat for real. I mean like, okay, my bad then my bad. But you know, like, as I know, like not all of the, like about poise, yes, but about staggering, not all of the enemies can be staggered in this game.
If there's nothing better to do,
I think that Horseman, Fontaine, staggered with Uzi. Yeah, like you cannot stagger all of the enemies.
Get them! Everybody stand
By royal decree. Hands where I can see them. Let's light it up.
Nice and spicy. Eat this!
Wings of darkness, come. You asked for it. Stop it. Let's light it up. I'm going. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh, it's revealed.
But yeah, you know why? Silent also like Dreamers. Silent likes to do like a lot of tests. And yes, because of that, like he definitely knows how to use the staggers and like other stuff. Okay, so yeah, let's do this one more time. And by the way, I will do that turtle tomorrow. So yeah. Different poise types apply different forces to enemies. Every enemies like get staggered less often because of weight. Yeah, that's true. But you know, like, and now my brain hurts again. Why is that? I mean, like, Silent, if I'm not mistaken, like, yeah, like, you still like cannot stagger all of the enemies. Because like, yeah, staggering is kind of like, yeah, you just like immobilize the enemy and you have damage window. Yes, it definitely helps you, that's true. But at the moment, yeah, let's say like that, you can, yeah, like, I just like, you know, like, usually you try to use like element. About the Jin, actually, I didn't know that. Yes, that's true. I didn't know. I don't use Jin so much, but yeah, I know that she's a crazy character. She can buff and debuff and also heal, and such a great character actually. That Jin is, and also she can buff and emo damage. If so, Silent, get like take a rest. All right, so yeah, let's do. Yeah, let's do like this team. But if you ask me, not gonna lie, like now like in like Genshin is I would say
this will be a productive partnership.
Way more easy to play than it was back then, you know? Back then it was a nightmare. I wrote like the zero refill time above. That's why some can't be staggered. Oh yeah, that's true. Like yeah, I remember that. So yeah, it was like, just a second, let me check that. Oh yeah, type 0 or air like type 5 normally, something like that, right? Oh yeah, like it's 2 and like the refill is 0, speed 0.
Transfix. A dash of frosting. Fulfill our path. Suffer the.
Oh, actually using her burst was a waste. But it's true that Fatui got it. I got like literal Excel sheet, poise damage and like impulse type and a poise bar, same for elemental. For real? That's crazy actually. Okay, Dimmers, bye bye. For real? You did that something like that, like Excel sheets, etc. Some. Oh my god, for real? Oh my, I tried this to do once, but then I decided, you know what? I can download from like internet and that's it. I just like, okay, I will give it a try. Oh my god, that's terrible. Oh, so you liked it, actually? Good night, Lemurs. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's do it again, I guess. And but yeah, I definitely will read about that poise stuff, etc., something like that. Because you know why? Actually, when it comes to the enemies, that's true. Let's say, but you know what the point is? Yes, we have like poise stuff, etc., something like that. But they can increase that by their own, I mean Hoyo. And as you know, like new Spilabis, which is going to be in 5.7, they definitely will do some adjustment. So yeah, the enemies will get like 300 refresh rate, etc., something like that, like we have like at the moment against like that new boss, you know, like in Spilabis. Like I mean like that lava dragon, you know. Because if I'm not mistaken, when he is under the shield and you need to like so yeah, I mean this one. So yeah, like it's the same thing like with poise, etc., some stuff, you know, you need to feel that bar. Actually, having a bar is a great idea if you ask me, because it's like visually visible and you see what you need to do, you know. It's not like you rely on something. No. Most catalysts count as range characters. Poise, bar, refill, speed 3, almost like times 3. The lava dragon has resistances. Okay, come on, like you know that, Silent. No, he doesn't. He doesn't resistance at all. About that, yes, like catalyst, like but you know, like it's like most catalysts count as range characters. But yeah, that's true. Like not most, like literally all of them. Only couple characters which is like catalyst but not a range. It's Hazo and a couple more. Oh my god. How did my mavuika did 100 damage on that when rest was up? I thought it was like 80. No, it's not. Like, come on, like Silent. You know how much is that? Come on. You know how much is that? Yes. Or maybe your mavuika with like buffs, etc. You can do such crazy amount of damage. But with my mavuika, I don't think I can do that. It's like, yeah, it's going to be like, I don't know, maybe like when he's staggered, it's going to be maybe 500k. So yeah, something like that. Definitely not 1 point, definitely not 1.4. Oh, by the way, you know what I found? I found that you actually can use Escoffier instead of Bennett in Navia's team as well. Suppose they're going to like, I never read the rest. Well, yeah, you definitely read that. If you have about that stagger stuff, like Silent, you definitely read that.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo in song.
A burst of flavor.
Watch out! Hiya! This one's got your name on it.
I never read like there's a resistance value of them, but you know, like let's say like that, we definitely will because of new Spilabis. Elemental Master is sand. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so yeah, let's give it a try. Let's see what we have, like, yeah. I hope they will do something with that skirk next week. Because at the moment we have third version. Usually it's like up to 5 versions, you know? Or like 4 to 5 versions. I never read about bosses, but yeah, like, you know what, when it comes, if I'm not mistaken, new bosses in new Spire Abyss in 5.7, they will get like 300 res rate, you know, it's higher than we have. It's like when it comes to like last 5th floor, by the way. So yeah, that's going to be like crazy as hell, like extremely, I don't know, like maybe difficult, you know. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see if I can get something. No. Haha. Can you do Battle God like on? What is that? Can you explain what is that? Can you do Battle God and like Iron Claw? What is that? Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Got it. Just so yeah. You mean like this one? Yeah, just a second. Yes, of course I can. I mean like yeah, I got it. You mean like this one? This I never tried him, by the way. You mean like this local one? If I'm not mistaken, yes. Yeah, achievement. I never. You mean like this one, right? Okay, I got it. You killed them. Oh my god. No, I can't. Why you? Oh my god. For real, Silent. You killed all of my like local legends. How dare you? Oh my god, that's terrible. No, I can't. Now I can. Achievement. Yes. I will do it tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, let's check my... I didn't notice that. My local legends. How dare you? Alright, so yeah, let's just try. Okay, if I could get like crit rate. Oh no. Elemental Mastery. Energy recharge actually would be nice, you know. Energy recharge would be nice. I will keep it. Because actually this piece is good. Sand with Elemental Mastery. The Fatui Trio. Nah, like come on, like maybe you kill them as well. As well. No, Fatui Trio actually I'm not going to do that because they are super annoying. You know why? You need to kill them like by order, if I'm not mistaken. You need to kill that fat one first. Then within 20 seconds you need to kill like Pyro and another Electro. So yeah, like it might be like, yeah, a little bit annoying. Okay, so yeah, this is it for today, guys. Thanks for joining. I will be online, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Sunday, but on Monday, I hope we will get... Well, on Monday I will try all of them, like silent, no problem. Because actually, like those local legends, actually not bad to do some tests. Not gonna... They are super annoying, you know why? You know what's the problem with local legends? Why I don't like to do them so much? Because you need to grab some energy. If you, like... Since it's not Spire Abyss, in Spire Abyss you just get that energy immediately and it's more comfortable to play. When it comes to local legends, yes, you just need to grab some energy. And that's it, like, I don't want to say it's a problem. By the way, new Spire Abyss, which is going to be 5.7, we need to get some energy because it's going to be completely without energy, as you know. So yeah, like when you start it, no energy whatsoever. And that's a problem, might be a problem if you have not so powerful characters, because you kinda can lose some rotations, you know? You need to grab the energy, then start your rotation. Yes, when you have Constellation 6 characters, that might be not a huge problem. But at Constellation 0, yes, that might be, like, yeah, challenging, you know?
16.
You know, like, I'm just curious. I'm just like curious. You really killed my local trio brothers, right? Yeah, 3 legendary Fatuis. You definitely kills him. Oh no, like they're alive. Okay. You didn't touch them. You didn't touch them. Okay, so yeah guys, like this is it for today. Thanks for joining. I will be online on Monday. I hope they will do something with that skirk a little bit at least, you know, like yeah, at the moment she rely on 5 stars and her weapon so bad, you know. Even though we thought about Varesa the same, because Varesa's weapon is broken as hell, but Varesa ended up extremely flexible and powerful character. Even without her signature set, you can still use Obsidian Codex. Yes, you will lose some crit rate initially when you do some, like, yeah, you need to use, because she need to consume some Night Soul points to activate that passive, and she doesn't. You can do it with like slightly running abilities, but you can use easily Obsidian Codex and Widziv without anything literally. And she is pretty powerful. When it comes to Skirk, unfortunately, yes, she is a little bit disappointing, at least for now. Alright, so yeah, thanks for joining once again, guys, and bye bye guys, bye bye.